Hi, welcome back to Daydreams of Quilts on YouTube. Today I would like to show you how to make one of these little drawstring bags that I use for gift bags at Christmas, and I sell these in my shop on Etsy. They're pretty popular this time of year. So here's one that's already done, and this one's going to be for under my own Christmas tree. And what you're going to need is 2 fat quarters, one for the main fabric and one for the accent fabric, and then you're going to need at least a fat quarter. Well, 1 fat quarter will work for the lining if you're only making one bag, but you can get 2 main fabrics. You can get enough for 2 bags out of 1 fat quarter, and then you can get enough accent fabric for 4 bags out of 1 fat quarter. And then this is the lining fabric. I first learned how to make these on Jenny Baker's blog. So I'll link to her blog post in the description below. The way she does it, I found it a little bit confusing, so I just sort of developed my own way of doing these. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So first you're going to cut 2 pieces of fabric from your main bag fabric that are 10.5 inches wide by 9.5 inches tall. Then you're going to cut 2 bands for the top that are 10.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches tall. Then you're just going to sew the band to the main fabric and then press towards the band. And then you're going to cut out a 1.5 inch square out of each bottom corner. And I just use this little Omni Grid ruler. This is a 2.5 inch square, and I just line up the 1.5 inch square on my bottom corner, on the corners of the outer bag and the lining. For the lining, you need 2 pieces that are 10.5 inches wide by 12.5 inches tall, and then you cut out 1.5 inch corners on the bottom. All right, so once you have all of that prepared, you can start putting your drawstring bag together. So we'll head over to the sewing machine and we will start sewing. Okay, so I just pinned this together at the seams just to keep that from shifting while I'm sewing. And I'm going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam down the sides. Across the bottom. And up the other side. And then you need to square off your corners. So we're just going to open up these corner sides and put our seams in opposite directions. You can put a clip there to hold it if you want. And we're just going to go across that corner with a 1/4 inch seam. And same on this side. We'll just open this up and put those seams going in opposite directions. Okay, and that's it. The outside of the bag is done. So I'll just flip that right side out. Now you will do the same for the lining, except that you need to leave about a 3 or 4 inch opening so we can turn the bag right side out. And then you put this outer bag right sides together with the bag lining. So just put it down inside the lining, right sides together, and then match up your side seams and put those seams in opposite directions again. Okay, and then I'll put a clip in the top, in the middle, and on the other side. And then we're just going to sew around with a 1/4 inch seam all the way around the top. And then we'll just pull the bag out through that opening in the lining and push out the corners, and then we can just put our fingers in this little hole and pop that fabric to the inside like that, so that we can close up that opening. And I just top stitch it with the 1/8 of an inch seam. So now I'm just going to head over to the ironing board. I'll put the lining down inside the bag, and then I'll go to the ironing board and just press this top edge all the way around just to get it nice and crisp, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, so now this is all pressed around the top, and over here on my sewing machine there is a 1 inch mark, and then I put a little piece of washi tape another 1 inch away. So I'm going to first line up with the first 1 inch mark and sew all the way around, and then I'm going to line up with this washi tape and sew all the way around, and that is going to make the channel for our ribbon, or drawstring ribbons. Okay, so now we have our drawstring channel, and so right between these two seams I'm just going to take the seam ripper and pop a few stitches out from the side seam so that I can get my ribbons fed through. Okay, so now we have a little opening here to put our ribbons through. And so we need two 32-inch long ribbons. So I've got my ribbons here, and I'm just going to heat seal the ends by running the end of the ribbon through the blue part of a flame here, just so that we don't have the ribbon fraying over time. Okay, and then I will just take a bobby pin or safety pin, not a bobby pin, sorry, a safety pin, and put it through one end of the ribbon. And then I'll just start feeding the ribbon through this channel. Okay, so I'm going to start from one end and go all the way around, and then I'll start from the other side and go all the way around with the second ribbon. Okay, so once you get both ends out of the bag, you just tie a little knot. Okay, so that's one. And then I'll just do the same thing going around from the other end so that we have 2 drawstrings to pull and close up our bag. So I hope you have fun making some reusable, environmentally friendly fabric drawstring gift bags. And if you don't have time to make any, I have a few left in my Etsy shop, but they are going fast and we're almost to the point where they won't arrive in time if you order them any later than December 6th or 7th. So anyway, have fun sewing and thanks for watching today. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more videos from Daydreams of Quilts. Thank you.